Dating an athlete or a public figure can seem like a dream come true. The attention, the lifestyle, the luxury, they're all incredibly alluring. But here's the truth. Just because someone is successful or famous doesn't mean they're without their fair share of issues. In fact, when it comes to high-profile men, there are certain red flags you need to watch out for. Today, we're breaking down the biggest red flags when dating athletes or public figures, and trust me, some of these might surprise you. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot potential warning signs before they turn into serious problems, so you can protect yourself and your heart. Welcome to the Trophy Wife's Guide to Life, where I teach you how to attract, secure, and thrive in relationships with high-value men. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because we have so many exciting videos coming up, like how to maintain your independence while dating a high-profile man, and how to date for long-term security and happiness. Plus, make sure to check out our 3-part video course on how to secure a high-value man. It's packed with tips and strategies to transform your love life. When dating an athlete or public figure, one of the first things you might notice is their constant need for attention. These men are used to the spotlight, whether it's fans cheering for them at a game or the media covering their every move. While this can seem exciting at first, it can quickly turn into a problem if their need for attention becomes all-consuming. Many public figures thrive on external validation. If you notice that he's constantly seeking praise, whether through social media, interactions with fans, or even from you, this could be a red flag. Why? Because a man who craves attention all the time might not be capable of giving you the attention you deserve. He might prioritize his public persona over your relationship, leaving you feeling overlooked. A public figure's high level of visibility can also mean that they're used to being the center of attention in every situation, even in private. This can create an imbalance where your needs are constantly put on the back burner to accommodate his ego. If he's always seeking validation from the outside world, it could be a sign that he's not secure enough in himself to be fully present in a relationship. If his need for validation is excessive, it could be a sign that he's not capable of being fully focused on you. For now, keep an eye on how much attention he needs from the world around him. A life in the public eye often means that their lifestyle is incredibly fast-paced, with constant travel, games, and social appearances. Dating an athlete or a public figure often means living a life of constant movement. There's always another game, another event, another trip. While this lifestyle can be thrilling at first, it can quickly become exhausting if it's unpredictable and overwhelming. High-profile men often have packed schedules that leave little room for a consistent relationship. If you're noticing that your dates are constantly being rescheduled, or that he's frequently jetting off for work or social obligations, it could be a sign that his career is always going to come first. And while it's normal for high-achieving men to be busy, there's a difference between ambition and instability. If he can't make time for you in his schedule, or if his lifestyle is leaving you feeling more like an afterthought, that's a major red flag. What makes this worse is that because of their careers, many public figures and athletes live in a world where plans change at the last minute. Contracts, games, or media appearances can pop up unexpectedly, and while they're not entirely at fault for this, you need to decide if you can handle that kind of inconsistency in a relationship. For now, if he's consistently putting you second, it might be time to reevaluate where you stand. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: excessive female attention. When you're dating an athlete or a public figure, chances are you'll be dealing with a lot of women vying for his attention. Whether it's fans, groupies, or even other celebrities, public figures are constantly surrounded by women who admire them. While it's important to trust your partner, there's a difference between admiration and flirtation. If he's constantly surrounded by women and seems to enjoy the attention a little too much, it could be a red flag. Some public figures and athletes have a hard time setting boundaries when it comes to female fans, and this can lead to a pattern of disrespect in the relationship. Ask yourself, does he respect you enough to create boundaries? Or is he allowing the attention from other women to fuel his ego? If he's flirting back, engaging in inappropriate behavior, or simply not making you feel like a priority, it's time to address the issue. You deserve someone who values you above the attention they're getting from fans or admirers. Unfortunately, the constant presence of other women can sometimes lead to infidelity. Athletes and public figures are often placed in tempting situations, whether it's at a party, an event, or even during travel. While this doesn't mean all of them cheat, it's important to be aware of the environment they're in and how they handle it. You'll want to keep your eye on whether he's making you feel secure despite the amount of attention from other women. Another major red flag to watch out for is if your public figure or athlete has a history of drama or scandal. High-profile men are often surrounded by a certain level of controversy. But if he's constantly in the headlines for the wrong reasons, it's worth taking a closer look. Whether it's rumors of infidelity, disputes with teammates, or legal issues, a history of scandal can tell you a lot about his character. If his past relationships have ended in drama, or if he's been involved in public disputes, you have to ask yourself if you're ready to take on that kind of baggage. Because let's be real, once you're involved with him, that baggage becomes your baggage too. Pay attention to his reputation, but also observe how he handles adversity. Does he take responsibility for his actions? Or does he deflect blame? Does he try to explain away his behavior? Or does he show signs of personal growth? A man who can't own up to his mistakes is someone who's likely to repeat them. If you're seeing a history of drama that hasn't been dealt with, it's a red flag you shouldn't ignore. Finally, emotional unavailability is a major red flag when dating athletes or public figures. These men are often so focused on their careers and public image that they don't always have the emotional capacity to be present in a relationship. While they may shower you with gifts or take you on lavish vacations, it's important to assess whether they're really there for you emotionally. If you notice that he avoids deep conversations, doesn't open up about his feelings, or seems emotionally distant, this could be a sign that he's not ready for a real committed relationship. Public figures and athletes are used to keeping up appearances, but sometimes those appearances don't reflect what's really going on underneath. A man who is constantly putting up walls is likely not someone who's capable of offering you the emotional support and intimacy you deserve. Be honest with yourself about whether he's emotionally invested in you. If he's more focused on his public persona than on building a genuine connection, that's a red flag that shouldn't be overlooked. You'll need to evaluate whether this emotional unavailability is something you can handle long-term, especially if it means being with someone who struggles to open up. Now that you know the biggest red flags when dating athletes or public figures, you'll be better equipped to protect yourself and make informed decisions about your relationship. While dating a high-profile man can be exciting, it's important to keep your eyes open for these warning signs so you don't end up hurt or disappointed. If you found this video helpful, make sure to check out our 3-part video course on how to secure a high-value man. It's filled with tips that will help you navigate the complexities of dating high-profile men. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because we have even more content coming up, like how to spot toxic behavior in high-value men and how to set boundaries in high-profile relationships. Stick around. Your journey to mastering high-value relationships is just getting started. I'll see you in the next video.